Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another weekend edition here of the KungFu Cup. The KungFu Cup, week number 11. I'm, of course, your VIP. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players and by the people in the chat as well. Welcome and all. It's been an intense week of StarCraft, not gonna lie. I say that we haven't been too active this week. There's been a lot going on. Again, we'll be discussing it most likely in the next couple of days. And we did miss out on Pegasus Cup this morning, but we're here with some KungFu Cup action, with some KFC, pappy, some KFC. Again, there's a weekly tournament run and organized by SC Boy. We do cover it on a weekly basis as well, and we're here with week number 11. Replays. Let's go. We're going to be jumping into the semis, followed by the grand finals thereafter. Bearing in mind, of course, that tomorrow we're going to be live with the podcast, and the day after with OSC Elite Rising Star. A lot of content, a lot of StarCraft is on the horizon. We'll get there. And also GSL CK over the weekend. True. GSL CK. It's going to be an intense week. Oh no. And I cannot forget Doyo Cup either. We'll figure it out. But otherwise, we are going to be jumping into our fresh series. Going to be jumping into a ZvZ again. Both Solar and Shin, they did find themselves both in the semifinals. They're both going to be facing off in a best of 3. And let's jump into game 1 on White Rabbit. Bearing in mind, of course, that for KungFu Cup, the semis are best of 3s and the grand finals are best of 5s. I do know that format does change depending on which weekly open cup you're looking at. Pegasus Cup, for example, has best of 5 semifinals, but they run them at the same time. Here, these are run one after the other, so everyone has a chance to, of course, cover both semis. And here we go, spawning in the bottom hand corner of White Rabbits, we have the South Korean Zerg player, we have the blue Zerg, it is Shin. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponent, we have the red Zerg player, the South Korean Zerg, it is Solar. Let's go. Let us go. We're jumping to ZvZ, and honestly, ZvZs are quite rare nowadays. They're very, very rare, so I'm happy to indulge in one for the first time in a month-ish. Again, it's been a while, pappy. It's been a while. When it comes to ZvZ, especially amongst the Korean Zerg players, hyper aggression is expected. We do expect to see, say, earlier Eva Chamber timings, earlier Roachhorn timings, potentially delayed gases as well, depending on the map. So far, standard openers, but we are keeping an eye on our players for our techs of choice. Do we skip the Bailey Nest? Do we go for the early Roachhorn? And again, do we go for an early Eva Chamber, which Solar, for example, is very fond of? Regardless, we're expecting hyper aggression coming into the mid game. So far as standard openers, if we do decide to skip our gases, that would be indicative of 2-base play. For now, though, gas is being taken from both Shin and Solar. So far, everything's looking normal, everything's looking standard. So far, at least. Let's go. Now, let us go. That's going to be settling in. Again, from here, we'll be keeping an eye on the further tech. We should be taking our third bases from here on forward as well. Third bases into our safety Bailey Nest as well. And then that's when we start kind of getting into a little bit more of an aggressive stance. Likewise, welcome to White Rabbit. White Rabbit is a larger map of the map, or larger map, longer rush distance by ground. We do see the bases are quite spread out. It can be very difficult to defend said locations. But in ZvZ, because of the Overlord, you should be able to keep eyes on any kind of run-bys, any kind of move-outs, and should be able to react and respond in kind. What's more difficult, though, is scouting droning, saturation, and tech. Going into meters, for example, can win you the game. It can be quite difficult to scout, to confirm, to figure out what your opponent's up to. Like, that's more of what is a little bit more dangerous here in ZvZ, is drone counting and, of course, the tech as well. No. That's what it mainly does come down to. Or again, you could argue, especially early on, when there are minimal overlords, then you can get away with run-bys and counterattacks, as there's limited vision, limited spread of overlords, I should say. That's when you can pop off. Now, Shin does move out with some lings. Behind this, third base being taken for Solar, third base for Shin as well. Both players going for their linear third bases, nothing crazy. Expanding linearly. Lings are moving out, so we do see a Shin pulling out of gas, and likewise, so does Solar. So from here, we have a Bailey Nest for Solar, Bailey Nest for Shin. So far, mirrored builds. I mean, this is as standard as standard gets when it comes to ZvZ, when it comes to openers. Very, very standard. Is then from this point forward where we're going to be seeing either a surge of Zerglings, a surge of drones, early tech. Early lair, true. I mean, with pulling out of gas, there shouldn't really be an early lair. So now Shin, he attempts the scouts. Scout is denied. And show us what you got. Oh. So now we are just droning, just saturating. Things be kicking in. Bailey is now done. So far, we don't see anyone being the aggressor. We do see our initial roach run out of Shin, though. A bit of an early warren here from our blue Zerg player. Solo not too far behind. And again, no early Eva chamber. No early chamber, no early upgrades. So far, everything's still looking as it should be. No one's hiding anything. No one's obscuring anything. I'll be honest, it's been a while since I've seen Shin and Solar play like a standard and tame ZvZ leading into 3-base saturation into Roach versus Roach, but this could be it. It's been a while, but this could be it, Pappy. The next big sign is going to be whether we join up our third base or not, and how hard we join up our third. Oh! Shin does react in time, does save the bailing. Does save it. Sola didn't go for his own Eva chamber. That is a sign. That's a sign of, I would imagine, more aggression. Shin has potential for upgrades, that is true, and maybe even further tech, but oh, actually Sola the first to get a lair and take gases as well. Okay. Sola should be... He should be behind when it comes to set upgrades, but he can take up a little bit harder here. Failing to get baited out. But now we're still droning. Shin getting up to 3 gases. Solo now taking a 4th gas. Because of the high gas count, I'm leaning more towards Aspire and towards Mutaplay, especially with an Eva chamber as well. That's kind of like where my mind is going for Solar, is rushing Mutas. Meanwhile, Shin is doubling down with Roaches. Roach +1 range is on the way. We're hiding Roaches further back in the main. Is this a fake out? I think it is. We have a full at the moment, and we just revealed that the upgrade was starting, and we just showed the upgrade to the Zergling, but we're banking Roaches inside of the main, and there is no lair. It's a hashtag all in. Yeah, it's a hashtag all in, and you can see Solar cannot scout, and there's cancel. Yeah, there's a cancellation. Now, did Solar notice the cancellation on the upgrade? Again, it was suspiciously late, so this is going to be the all in. Solar's rushing Mutas, and Shin may just catch Solar with his pants down. Yeah, here comes the all in. Again, he did not join up his third. We see here half saturation. And again, to take his gases in the main base and take the gases here in the main or in the natural. And no lair. And no lair. Now, Solar did make some safety roaches. We do see that Shin has double the roach count. He has double the roach count. Solar, he has roach speed on the way. Again, the Spire is almost halfway done. Solar defensively is making roaches, and as time goes on, it's going to get better and better for Solar. Solar just needs time. He needs time. Queens, they push forward. No transfuse. Bailings, they will finish. And they'll soften up the roaches. Shin, he tries to spread. Yeah, he spreads as best he can. Bailings, they connect as best as they can as well. We see Shin, he is breaking through. He is getting some ground here, but again, we have 11 roaches in production. Solar needs a little bit more time. He needs a little bit more time here. And Solar pulling back. And looks like Solar holds. Yeah, Solar with these roach reinforcements, I believe he should have enough here. These roaches are so low for Shin. Yeah, they're so incredibly low here. Legs, they catch us with roaches. They catch a couple of roaches here. These producing roaches, they're just a little bit too late. We need them, Pappy. And you can see as they pop out, Solar's defending. Yeah, Solar, he does hold on. As I mentioned earlier here, his defenses were barely good enough. It was close, but he was not broken, right? The mineral line is safe. He has a lair. He has a Spire. Solar, he defends. Did he cancel? No, he didn't even cancel the Spire, by the way. And Shin's all-in fails. Shin, the all-in has failed. Again, he traded with the army, that is true, but he failed to do any economic damage. He failed to punish Solar for going into the Spire. Did fail to punish. Here, finally, some drone kills. This is some nice damage in a couple of seconds. 8 drones go down. Very nice damage here by Shin, but Shin is still far behind. He's still very far behind here. Again, Shin, he does finish up his lair behind this. He starts +1 range, starts roach speed as well, and soon Solar, he can just gain map control. There we go, Mutas have hit the field, and Shin will lose a lot of overlords. Yeah, there's so many overlords out here. And Solar shouldn't lose any more drones at this point. Yep. Solar's in position. More overlords getting caught out. Hydrogen is being forced. But again, Shin is still recovering economically. And he gets supply blocked. Yeah, brutal supply block here for Shin as all these overlords are going down, losing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlords so far and counting. Hindering Shin's economy. Hindering any kind of army production either. And again, this is a world where if Solo was greedier, if Solo was actually getting an upgrade, if he was getting Neva Chamber and an upgrade, and if he was droning up, and there's a world where maybe Shin can punish a little bit harder, and maybe that would have been enough. But I mean, again, this is a larger map, longer rush distance, and Solo wasn't getting upgrades. He wasn't getting the Neva Chamber at the time. So he wasn't, in a sense, wasting money on upgrades, wasting money on tech. He had the Spire on the way, true, but again, he had access to roaches. He had safety roaches. He survived. And at this point, it's looking very bleak here for Shin. Looking very bleak. As Shin is still down in workers, down in economy. Solo's almost maxed. Solo, he's about to max out. We do see Shin doing the best he can. He once again does try to find a mineral line, and he does get some drones. 1, 2, 3. 2. Oh, 2 drones go down. So again, not much damage across the map. Solo, he's holding. At the same time, he gets across the map. He's pushing into the bases. Hydras are amassing. Yeah, we're trying to amass some Hydras here. But again, Hydras are vulnerable. They're so fragile. You can see Solo stepping forward. Does focus on some of the Hydras. There's 5 Hydras left. Solo does overextend. He's going to respect the concave. Respect the concave. Pulls away. Rebuilds. Didn't invest too hard into the mutas. How many mutas do we have? 8. So only 8 mutalisks. Then just ground army. Let's catch another couple of drones. 4 drones going to be going down. Catching up 4 drones. Mutas they make their way into the main. Likewise, Solo does hit that third. It hits the third base. Files, they do graze the army. Shin, he's going to be able to hold on here, especially with all these queens. How many queens does he have? He made 70 queens for the mutas. He's trying to hold on. 10 drones going to be going down. And unfortunately, even if Shin holds here, he can't afford this. That's the issue. Solo has a boosted economy. He can afford these trades. Meanwhile, Shin cannot. Shin cannot afford this. Oh, God. The piles, they keep connecting, papi. Ay. They keep connecting. And Solo just keeps on rallying. Again, there's no need for Solo to tech up. Like, Roach Hydra is weaker than Roach Ravager in the sense that Roach Ravager has a lot more potential to break through. Hydras have strength when it comes to lurkers, of course, but we're not getting to lurker tech. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. As Roach Hydra is going to be overwhelmed. Again, Biles just zoning back the army, forcing free damage to be dealt. Just causing lost DPS out of Shin. Oh, God. And GG gets called. GG gets called. Solo takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Solo does take a lead in this series. Again, Shin, he did have a cheeky build, and it looked like he might be able to get away with it, but again, Solo, he wasn't being overly greedy. He was being relatively safe. Yes, he was taking up into a Spire, that is true, but Solo, he did make a safety amount of roaches, and he was, of course, able to hold the line, buy enough time, build up his roach count, and survive. And with that, GG. GG, well played. We're now getting to game number 2, going to be loading into Ruby Rock. We'll see if Shin can bounce back. We'll see if Solar can close it out. Let's go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg down in the series. Can he bounce back? Can he force the ace? Oh, let's go! Going for the 12 pool. It is a Shin. As soon as we saw the cancellation, baby, let's go. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player, the red Zerg player himself. We're going for a pool first. From South Korea, leading the series 1-0. It is Solar. The read? Okay. He's going 15 hatch. 15 hatch. Hatch gas pool. Now, 12 pool, what I'm most curious about here, is this a regular 12 pool into an expand, or is this a 12 pool drone pool? That is the question that I have here. Like, how committed is Shin going to be? Because 12 pools can just be a macro build. They can just be a macro build, they force an overreaction, they get some damage done, and then just drone up behind it, or you can just send it and pull the boys. So we'll see how committed Shin is. Back at home, Solo going for a standard opener. Again, hatch gas pool is very standard, and you can defend against anything with hatch gas pool with, of course, a good reaction, with time to react as well. Scouting is going to be paramount when it comes to what it is that Solo sees. Meanwhile, Shin, he is not pulling the boys. It is going to be a macro build. So 12 pull into expand. It is aggressive, and Shin needs to do damage, but he does not have to kill. Does not have to kill. Ideally, what Shin wants is he wants to attack the natural. Solo has to pull the boys to protect the natural base, and then it's going to be a skill check. Solo, he has to minimize drone losses. He has to micro well enough to minimize his losses, to buy enough time for the queen, for the Zerglings, and then Solo will defend. But again, he has to make sure that he does not lose too many drones. If he loses too many, then Shin takes the lead. So it's all about those drone losses. It's going to be all about that micro between the two of them. So again, 12 bulls are typically a skill check. As we nibble away at the hatchery, boys are being pulled, as we mentioned, and again, it's all about minimizing those losses. Oh. And so far, the drones, none of them go down yet. Oh. Once again, being very patient with them. We're holding on, not quite engaging. Nice drone drilling here on the middle patch. Very nice, protects every single drone, and lings are popping out. Queen is on the way. Coming with us around. Uh-oh. Oh, who catches who? One drone. Yeah, one drone kill, and we defend. With that Solo, he will defend. He shouldn't lose any other workers from here, and this is a brutal start for Shin. He kills one drone. We're hoping for like 3 or 4. We're hoping for like 3 or 4 drones to try to even things up, but this is not good enough. Not good enough. Again, Solo, he was so patient, and specifically here on Ruby Rock, you saw that one patch here where you can drone drill and save everything. Only lost 1 worker, and Solo takes a massive lead. Link speed is on the way. Solo, he's up by 3 workers, by 3 drones, and Shin, he has to wall off on 2 bases. After a 12 pull, you have to wall off on 2 bases, skip link speed. Oh, link speed is on the way. He's link flooding. Oh, I was gonna say, if you want to macro out of this, you skip link speed, you wall off with the Roach Warren with an Evo chamber, and then you defend, and then you get into Roach play on 2 bases. But here, Shin is doing something very unorthodox. Link speed is not standard in this kind of situation here. It's because he's going for an all-in. He's going for a link flood. After the failed 12 pull, he's just going for a 2-base all-in. You can see here he's faking an Evo chamber, he's faking a wall, he's trying to make it look normal when really he is all-in. Oh boy. Solo scout is denied. Denies the scout into the main. Back at home, Shin wants Solo to drone. And there is no Bailey Nest. There is no Bailey Nest because there shouldn't be a Bailey Nest. Again, it should be roaches coming out from Shin. So Solo, it is normal to skip the Bailey Nest in this position, and that's why this link flood can work. And here we go. Now we commit. Yeah, Lings they flutter across the map. Shin commits. Back at home, Solo, he does have time to respond. He walls off. He's going to wall off here. Bailey Nest is going to be on the way. He's making his own Zerglings. Again, Shin does have a massive army advantage. That should be a cancellation on the 3rd. And Solo, can he survive this? Again, he's trying to hold on. Producing more Zerglings. Ooh, one queen gets surrounded. Up. Yeah, one queen should go down. Barely pulls away. Okay. Nice control. Queen barely pulls away. Boys are being pulled. 1 queen, 2 queens go down. A messy hold here from Solar. It's gonna cost him some drones, but that's fine. Yeah, Solar, he can't afford to lose workers. 9 drones go down. Solar's still ahead. Forced to cancel the Bailey Nest. 3rd base is now done, but the natural goes down. Okay, Shin kills the natural base. Now going for the 3rd, bearing in mind that Shin, this is still not enough. This is still not good enough. Shin needs more damage. He will kill the 3rd. Solo trying to save it. Oh my god. Yes, Solo trying to. The queen does come in. A couple of boys are being pulled as well. Solo, can he save the 3rd base? Can he save the 3rd? Oh, the queen is helping, and he will. Wow, he will hold on. The 3rd base is saved. That means that Solo's on 2 bases with 24 drones. Shin is on 2 bases with 15 drones. Ay, ay, ay. Again, Shin did some good damage. Not good enough. Not good enough. Shin, he killed 10 drones, 1 hatchery, 2 queens. But that's not enough damage. Shin needs more. Surrounds the queen. Okay, surrounds the queen. Does surround one of the queens. A big surround here for Shin. Takes down a queen. Going for the other. A lot of service area. Yeah, a lot of service area on the queen. Boys are being pulled once again. Drones, they do help. They buy time. Now we have some banelings on the way. Solar did finish up his baneling nest. Did rebuild. Rebuilt here in the main. Did build up his nest. 3 banelings, and these banelings should spell the end. Should spell the end to the all-in. It should be the end of it. I was going to criticize Solo for not canceling his third and not getting the refund for like spine crawlers or extra queens, but honestly, having this third base actually is winning Solo the game. If he had canceled the third, and if he had lost his natural, and if he was stuck at 1 base, that would mean that Shin could drone. It means that Shin could drone up from here and could just out macro. But the fact that we saved this hatchery for so long, it still might just go down. Oh my god. It's gonna get out. Un poquito más, it does fall. Big pick off here from Shin. Shin is droning back at home, but now it's too late. Now we have banelings. Now there are banelings to contest with. Shin is walling off, and now the turns have tabled. The turns are about to table. Shin's still link flooding. Still trying to engage. Solo counterattacks across the map. He's going for the wall. Yeah, he's going for the wall, and we do have a couple of banelings walling in as well. We cannot waste them. They should be used to zone. Yeah, Shin has to turn back around. He cannot attack. He cannot defend. Oh no! Oh my god! Massive connection. The banelings, they pop up, and Shin. Oh no! Again, he should not be able to hold on here. The wall will fall. No transfuse on the building Evo chamber or the Roach Horn. Yeah, Roach Horn goes down. Oh, a nice target firing on the banelings though. That was misplay out of Solar. Yeah, there was some misplay there. Shin, can he win this? Like, can he stabilize? Shin, he pulls the boys. Solar, he's walled off. Solar's walled off. Solar's down in workers. He's trying to make banelings. Solar, he has to break this position. He needs to. He has to break through it, Pappy. We have a secondary wall. Yeah, just barely a secondary wall, but GG. GG gets called. Banelings, they crash on in, and Solar, he will claim the series 2-0, advancing on to the finals. GG. Whew. And GG, well played. Solar, he will claim the series. He will advance on. Again, Shin, he did damage, as we were mentioning. He was able to break that natural base, but as we mentioned, it was so crucial that Solar had finished up his own third location, his third base. As a result of that, he could still continue mining, still continue production, of course, and keep himself going. Eventually, the third went down, but by then it was too late. There was already the baneling nest as well. GG. GG, well played. I feel like Solar's roaches would have been better as banelings. I mean, Solar had Bling Bane, like whatever. He was fine. But GG. GG, well played. He's catching up. Worked out, no? Now, as we mentioned, as we try to emphasize, like, because of how committed Shin was, like, killing the hatcheries was not good enough, especially with the higher tech that Solar had with his Ling Bane. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we're getting to our next series. So again, Solar, he's in the grand finals and waiting for the winner of our next matchup. It's going to be a TVP between Clem and Hero. Let's go. Let us go. As we are getting into our next series, a fresh best of 3.